Hello, this is not a spring chicken. Today we're at the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach, and yes, well, I guess news still does continue, whether it's I guess it still does. Coachella's going on too. But I guess you better bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. Oh, you know this ground does have little pricklies. Like you learn, don't put your hand too far on the ground.
Yeah.
But of course, unemployment is up, but that's not important.
Well, the important is how many people have had their jobs saved or created. Of course, the very fact that they don't count anybody that has been laid off for the government. They don't count anybody that doesn't get unemployment anymore, and they don't count the people that have been chronically unemployed. They said unemployment is actually at 19% now.
And Obama's taxes to hurt everyone.
Well, yeah, because he's going to take the housing tax away from. What he's going to do, he's going to give 2,700,000 people their homes free of charge, and then they don't have to worry about property taxes because he'll probably forbid them being taxed on their homes also. So that dropping the tax, the tax burden off of homes won't hurt those people.
And Congress sends a $38 billion budget cut to President Obama.
Which isn't $38 billion, it's $322 million, and it's not $450 billion over 10 years. It's just it was discretionary spending that was never going to be spent. Obama put $41 billion in a budget that could be knocked out of it, and he still got a $2 billion increase.
And government begins new push to improve hospital safety.
Oh yeah, it's Obama and Obamacare. He's basically going to crush everybody. So.
And Qaddafi defiant despite airstrikes and NATO disputes mission.
Well, yeah, because NATO, it is not in their mission to change the government. It was in their mission for humanitarian. And what happened is that the French have decided they want Libya. They used to have Libya, folks. And if they get on the good side of the rebels, who basically threw them out of the country to begin with, they think they can get the country back again. So.
Bugs emerge to bug us, and a few pose health risks.
Yeah, because what happens is it doesn't have anything to do with creating a strain of superbugs. It's got to do with creating brand new bugs. Because modern society is new genetically altered foods, this and that, and the bugs that are being created are not affected by any of the pesticides we use anymore.
Spike in cost of gasoline pushes wholesale costs higher.
But Obama doesn't count the rise in gas, though, because they're now. I love it. They were predicting $5 a gallon. The predictors are now saying $8 a gallon under the Obama presidency.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he still thinks he's going to get elected president with a $5 a gallon tag this summer and $8 by the time the next election comes through.
And docs choose riskier care for themselves than patients.
Yeah, that one doesn't. Which one does? Just shoot. Oh yeah, doctors. That's what the word. I thought you said dogs. No, doctors will always choose the riskier thing because they can. Obamacare won't stop a doctor from prescribing something for himself. Only risky things for patients that might help him.
Oh, well, speaking about dogs, sleeping with your dog can be bad for your health.
Well, yeah, all you got to do is check all the flea bites that not a spring chick has on her. So.
What? I don't sleep with Monty. She sleeps with me.
Same difference.
Oh.
Yeah. Monty sleeps with anybody that will provide food for her.
Oh, that is true. Republicans considering 2012 run against Obama's budget plan.
Well, yeah. Well, because the problem is that Obama's budget plan doesn't cut any. He basically raises taxes and increases spending. The tax is being raised so to cover his, it doesn't cover his new spending, but it covers his own spending.
Government announced a plan to reduce health disparities.
Meaning that they're going to take from the rich. If you got a health plan you like, they're going to take the health plan from you to make everybody equal.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yeah.
Hamas's body of kidnapped pro-Palestinian activists found.
Yeah, that's things are getting worse over in that part of the world, and Obama and his people are the only people on earth that don't understand that since he became president, his outreach to Muslims has backfired. So.
Nobel Literature in Rhode Island denies prize biases.
Absolutely, those Nobel people are biased. Basically, if you wrote a book condemning the United States of America and demanding its overthrow, that book would get the Nobel Prize for literature. It's a gimme, so.
Yeah, and that's not biased at all.
Yeah.
Census, Hispanics outnumber blacks for the first time in cities.
Yeah, because, but the problem is, they're not supposed to count people that aren't here legally, and yet that's exactly what they're doing.
Well, no wonder why it's like that then.
Yeah.
And Discovery launched a network for rich men.
I love that one. Who? I'm trying to figure out who they seriously think is going to watch that network. Those people don't watch television, folks.
Well,
and most people.
They do.
There's a guy that before we waved to you. He walked that direction, then went and got himself a card to come back with. So I love that. And they're trying to pass him over there. You got as much chance of passing on this thing as you do out on this track.
The racetrack.
The road tracks are not made for passing, folks. There's more drivers coming. Well, these are in a good spot to pick up drivers.
I thought they were supposed to be racing right now.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be racing right now. So
maybe these are just people in their.
No, these are guys. These are drivers.
And Obama visits his hometown to start money chase.
Yeah, well, because he needs the support of Chicago in order to get what he needs for the run for the presidency. The problem is he's going to be challenged on the left of his party because they want more government expenditures. I mean, I love that. Well, if you cut expenditures, you're going to hurt people, as we can't afford to cut expenditures until such a time as we're making money. Then we can talk. That they won't say they'll cut it. They said then we can talk about cutting expenditures.
Oh, that's right. I know why it was like that. It's because it's pre-race activities right now.
Right. So.
And the race hasn't started. It's like you're ready for it to start. It hasn't started. Everybody's taking place.
Yeah.
FAA tries to quell sleeping controller controversy.
Yeah, what they did is meeting the demands of the Air Traffic Controllers Union isn't in anybody's interest except the unions, and basically, we're going to solve the problem. We're going to put 4 times as many people to work as there was before. Therefore, we don't have to worry about people falling asleep because now there are 4 times as many. Yeah.
Qaddafi defiant despite NATO airstrikes in Tripoli.
Okay, what has happened is he's winning the war because they can't tell who the bad guys are from the rebels because if Qaddafi doesn't fly and Qaddafi doesn't use tanks and Qaddafi fights them, he's still better armed than they are, but they're killing a lot of civilians because they can't tell who's who now. Is it like okay? How do you tell? How do you tell? My father said, how do you tell a good Japanese American from a bad Japanese soldier?
Well, one's got a gun pointed at you.
No, you can't. So you kill them both.
That's the sad part.
That's what the Marines told them, which is why the Nisi was never sent to Asia because Marines didn't like them.
Japan orders compensation for nuke plant evacuees.
Yeah, because they have no place to go. So they need something. They have no income coming in and no place to go now.
And Gwyneth Paltrow turns love of food into a book.
Yeah, I know. She likes to eat. But they're also putting, they're all, because she's 40 years old now, so they're pushing Gwyneth Paltrow's unbelievably beautiful, milky white skin, which means she never goes out in the sun.
That's what
it also means she doesn't eat healthy, too, if it's just all white, pale white skin.
Oh, is it? Asian stocks lower as Chinese inflation up again.
Well, yeah, because China can only print so much money because if nobody is buying what they've got, they're having to print money. Oh, here's a good one though. China, Russia, and France and a couple of other countries all got together and decided that they had a discussion on replacing the dollar with something more stable. The countries themselves would create a new currency like the euro.
Oh, really?
And Obama would they said when Obama heard that, they said they could hear cheering, and they said that they know that he's not American now because they could swear he was dancing an Irish jig on top of the table in the Oval Office.
And Chinese inflation rises again and growth still high.
Well, yeah, the country's printing money faster than we are. I mean, they're buying our money. They're buying our debt with their phony money.
And venture cap investments rise in the first quarter.
Well, yeah, but the companies are just buying other companies. It's not much of venture when you bought a company that's already existing. I don't think that's called venture.
And Congress okays big budget cuts and bigger fights away.
Oh yeah, all the Republicans passed a $6 trillion budget, which they said is harmful to the poor, to children, to your grandparents. Well, no, what it does is it says it returns you to 2008 spending. That's the budget cut. You can cut $6 trillion by simply going back before Obama was president. And that's how much money he spent, folks. To return it to 2008, which they found outrageous, and was basically giving more money than they wanted to social programs, is now considered to be harmful to the people.
And government wants airlines to repay fee after losing bad.
Yeah, they don't think you should pay a fee for something that they can't find.
I know, because isn't the fee so for it to get to you safely?
Yeah, but they don't. They outsource their baggage now, so.
And damaged Southwest jet repair release for Texas.
Yeah, so yeah. I wouldn't fly in that plane under no circumstances. No, the race is getting started, so.
Animosity bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the animal kingdom.
Okay, but here's a good one. If you re-elect a politician that puts you in the position you're currently in, then you deserve what happens after that.